think so. I think we heard a 5-bet in a call.
Okay.
Easy,
This is insane. A day 7 5-bet.
Look at the pot, 19.7 million. Queens against ace suited.
Jason. Now they're my hometown boys.
I mentioned that Uribe is electrifying. He's part of the 5-6 bet business with Lococo on day 5.
He's been quite a fun one to watch, and he just plays his hands, he said. He says, I'm just doing it one hand at a time. I'm kind of a field player, but he get a little bad feeling on this one.
I'm trying to reconstruct this. I think, though, that Uribe is the 5-better here, and it's been checked to him, 10-9-6. I don't know how good you feel about queens when it's been 5-bet on day 7.
Yeah.
Uribe really putting that ace to work as a blocker, just assuming that it's less likely that Kim can have the very top of his range like aces, or I guess ace-king. Cutting out a bunch of chips.
I'm going to continue this.
Each player with about 1 SPR, despite being super deep to start the hand.
Brian Kim started today in 2nd place. Uribe started in 4th place, both over 30 million. Elbow to elbow and clashing here early on day 7 in a massive pot.
Uribe kind of doing the opposite of what Zhang did, which was pile up chips and then add more chips, add more chips. He cut out a huge bet and then kept taking off chips.
6,600,000.
6 million.
1/3 pot over to Kim. This is a massive decision on day 7. This is why Kim is thinking so long. He feels his queens may not be best.
I mean, it's pretty nice weather today. Have some friends at the pool. You seem like a great guy. 60 million in chips would be nice as well. I think I could win either way, right? I either win the hand or give you all my chips and win-win situation, right? So what should I do? Should I flip a coin?
Ask yourself.
Do you want call? Do you want?
I think if I'm Uribe and I'm sitting there even with aces or kings, I'd be like, I'll just take this pot right now. We don't need to see 2 more cards.
Tough spot. I feel like I can't talk about the hand. What about, like, can I use the B word that ends with an F? Can I say that word? That's not about the hand, right? It's like a general description of, that's like a verb. It's not. I feel like if I fold, you just show bluff. Like, ace higher.
You can use the B word.
Kim just absolutely tortured right now, but I would have thought that this kind of thinking would be taking place before flatting pre-flop. If he indeed, we missed the very beginning of the hand. If he was the pre-flop.
Nice hand. Sorry it took so long.
Yeah, Uribe 5-bet.
Gives up the queens.
What do you think I am?
I don't know.
Is he B-wording?
Il y a la télé, c'est pareil.
Should we show?
If he shows the 5, Kim's going to
I
puke.
want to see. Yeah.
Well, sorry. So, no, let me. You want to see, right?
Yeah.
Okay, pay.
Wow.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Maybe you can pay a subscription on PokerGo and you will see the end.
Wow, ambassador.
Yes, this would be a 4-bet. It said 3-bet. What have we here, Ali?
Timeout.
To speed.
21.6
in the middle, by the way.
Back at the feature table, made it 1.2 million to go pre. Attenborough flatted from the small blind with this king-queen suited flop top pair. Checked it. Dobrich fired 1.2 with the naked ace-4. Attenborough decided to put the raise into 4.2. Then the third scoop out of Dobrich to 9 million. A flat from Attenborough, and suddenly 21.6 hangs in the balance. And that theme from when these two were seated at the secondary feature carries over.
They've definitely been tussling, Ali. 21.6 in the middle, Dobrich with just ace of clubs, 4 of spades, and look at this. Reaching for third somehow, I believe. That 8 million there?
What is it about seat 2 at the feature that just creates these situations? Rebay was in it prior and found a few of these spots.
Pardon me, 5.5, so quarterish. And you're right about that. The 2 seed has been very active here at the feature. And for Attenborough, we're kind of in the check calling business. How hard does Dobrich want to go at this one? 32.6 in the middle. Deuce on the river, sort of a, let's see. Attenborough checks it once more. Dobrich does kind of have that look in his eyes like he's ready to blast off.
Attenborough called the 5.5, another 11 million. Now 13.6 in this pot, Nick.
And by the way, if there's an act of extreme violence from Dobrich, not exactly clear for Attenborough here. This could go a few different directions, still tanking. Huge pot here, Ali.
No, Dobrich has more than enough to just ask for the rest of Attenborough's chips in a bluff.
More than enough, but not so easy. Yes, indeed. Not so easy, though.
But we work so hard to compile these sorts of stacks and to incinerate them all in one awkward spot. Would seem to be a shame, but so would walking away from what might be an opportunity to get one through.
Nicely said, Ali. Perhaps not incineration nor a walk away. Just a hand of poker, if you will. But a hand of poker in a huge spot. He's still in the tank.
Approaching 1 minute 45 seconds on the decision.
And he does come with jam. Here we are.
Putting Attenborough to a decision for his tournament life. Kings with a queen kicker.
Hey, it's the pay jump pot.
None of the straight draws arrived from the flop. The backdoor straight draw does not rate to ever be a concern, really.
Walk us through the line one more time up to this point, forgive me.
Dobrich, 1.2 pre, low jack. Attenborough flat from the small. Check, 1.2 from Dobrich, raised to 4.2. Dobrich then 3 bets to 9 million. Attenborough flats. We saw the check call of 5.5 million from Attenborough on the turn. And here, he's been put to a decision for his tournament life with
Sick.
18 left in the World Series of Poker Main Event. And he has 1 pair.
Real deal hand here.
A lot of context, too.
What a spot for Attenborough. All poker players know this feeling here. Perhaps not 18 left in the main, but...
By the way, fold and still sit with 23.2. Plenty
Or
off
call.
of which to operate. Call and take the lead.
That's right. Or call, beat the ace-4, and you're the chip leader of the main event. Both options quite attractive. And, of course, the third option of call and lose.
Nick, I put you in this spot right now. Perhaps you would have approached the pot differently, but if you found yourself in this point as played in the main, what button do you click?
It's just an impossible question to answer. Appreciate the question, though, but I've never been in a spot such as this, and I just would rather observe. I don't know. I would call sometimes. I would fold sometimes. It's all very fluid. They're out there right now. You know what I mean? It's
Sure.
just one of those.
Respect that response.
get hot. God damn.
Get a minute or two. Don't put it too.
Oh my God, he finds the call. Somehow gets there, and we have a new chip leader in the main event.
We sure do, Ali. We sure do. What a call. What a generation of chips as well. It went with the check raise on flop. What a hand there. You know, grab the chip lead there for a minute late, day 6. Perhaps slightly deflating as we see Rebay the raise into Eames with 9-6 off, Eames with 3s.
Or near the mountaintop,
but a great round nonetheless for Kim there.
No, it's just I'm tired.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, so you're not gonna like, all right, get back in like a.
Just saw Eames playing back at Kniff with 10s. Bit of a different situation here.
I'm gonna go chill.
We'll see. I might just be like, fuck it.
Looks like he agrees, Ali. Comes with call.
Yeah.
We'll see.
2 kings and a tray is a beautiful board for him as he smashes a boat. No waiting. And we'll see just how invested in 9 high Rebay wants to get.
Indeed we will. 3.3 in the middle. Rebay the initial opener, small blind, big blind. Has all sorts of chips to push everybody around. And for Eames, the dream. 3's full right away.
Well, Rebay avoiding a charge of arson on this flop by checking. Eames with so much hand here, Nick. I mean, do we not just check back?
I would think it's an either way affair. If we put something smallish in, perhaps we inflate the pot versus ace high, middly pockets, and so on. And of course, checking has merit as well. Looks like he's coming with the former. Very reasonable choice here for Eames. Comes with 850. And for Rebay, perhaps he's done. Although, let's see. 9 of hearts, 6 of spades.
Do we spy Bryce Yockey back there on the rail?
Shout out Bryce Yockey, legend.
If indeed it is him, I believe it was. This Rebay, by the way, has kind of ground to an excruciatingly slow pace in terms of decision making. We saw the Jack 5 in the face of a 3-bet. Here we are, we have 9 high.
Rebay takes his time. Blind versus blind, though, I don't think this is a Stone Hollywood per se. Might be considering everything. Note he is cutting chips out, so the tank was not a waste of our time, if you will. Comes with 2 million, and for Eames, what a sight it is, Ali. 3's full of kings.
Yeah, beautiful. Obviously, if he's up against the king as advertised, there are some hazards for Eames, but as it were, Rebay going all pastry chef as he takes a brulee torch to 2 million.
So I'm burning. What? Hoodies.
And of course,
comfort.
how sweet it is for Eames.
Nah, not like that. Like my mentally.
Oh, you feel. Gotcha.
My security blanket, you know.
The pace with which Eames is
one in a tank top, I feel like
masticating
like
here
real Chad,
suggests
you know?
that
I just walked in after dinner.
it isn't gum.
Super Chad.
I had a
But
white tank top that said "Send it."
I've yet to see him
Like
swallow
red, white,
whatever
blue.
it is that
It
he's
was 4th
chewing.
of July too.
Yeah, okay, Super Chad. I mean, day one, like at this
Right?
point.
Are you with me? The clip?
Early on.
I'm thinking it
That
is
the
gum,
chattest of chat
Ali.
shirts, by the way.
You know? Due to the lack of swallowing.
Because I'm
He's
pretty sure
eyeing
I've
the
lost,
chips
like,
here.
a bunch of muscle mass.
He's
past, like,
punishing that gum.
week and a half.
I bet you have.
Look really skinny, you know. It's not a good look.
What he isn't yet doing, however, is punishing. Oh, no, he is. Forgive me. It looked like it might have been a flat. Miscalculations on my part. 3-bet to 3.5. Very small 3-bet.
Something of a click back. Kind of, let's go for it right now against the king, with ideas of maybe rebate continues beyond even the king. Call, of course, an option. But the click back, it's always intriguing, metagame and so on. Beneath the surface, Eames surely has ideas.
This deep, one would imagine that Eames has some scouting reports on the remainder of this field, and Ribe's report is going to contain that particular exchange with Alejandro Lococo, which suggests that he's a man that can certainly decide to go berserk.
That's right, amongst other things that we've seen throughout not only today, but the remainder of the tournament. Oh, look at this, and what a great click back from Eames. Ribe coming with 5.5 million. Bravo, sir, by the way. We're seeing the heart. 20 some odd left in the main. We have an open defend. Bet, raise, raise, click, re-raise. These gentlemen are playing the game, Ali. Eames will decide between call and just get on with it now. Perhaps at this point we do call. Keep an eye on the stone air with calling.
An incendiary 5.5. Hopeless at present, just 1 in 50 times. Will 9-6 manage to win? I know you're thinking running 9s, running 6s, but let's not forget about that running king-king. It's happened before.
Running king-king is, here we are. Does come with the call. 14.3 in the middle.
Someone bubbled it.
Now
Four of spades on the turn. Go on,
draws
Ali.
dead.
Indeed he does.
This year you did?
And once
PO
this
I play both.
4-bet gets called, if we're Kareem Ribe, we must recognize
Generally,
that Eames's range contains a real hand.
A real hand slash. The ambitious backdoor floats.
Those are still there, are they?
They're not necessarily still there, but in Ribe's mind, perhaps they exist at some clip. He's still reaching, Ali.
Look at this hero.
Otherwise, I probably would.
I don't think this is just posturing here. Does come with it.
No, it is not. As the 47-year-old mathematics PhD, inventor, and CEO is getting after it in this pot against John Eames, drawing dead. 3.28, and we block King 3. 4-4 strikes us as improbable, and King 4 would strike us as improbable as well. So the sense, and I think you'd agree, Nick, that Eames has is he absolutely has the best hand here. Quad Kings, I don't think we believe would approach the affair in this way.
I agree with all of this. Interesting spot for Eames. Unclear. He feels Ribe at the moment. They're out there. We're in here. Naturally weighing call or jam. Forgive the obvious. Looks like he does come with call, and a wise choice it is, given Ribe has 9 high. Very nice. 20.85 in the middle. Ace of diamonds on the river. Does Ribe want to just bluff here? Put Eames all in with just 9 of hearts, 6 of spades, Ali?
20.8 million in the middle. Eames has 5.3 back.
And naturally, if we're in Ribe seat, we have to be somewhat concerned that he does indeed come with 4 points some odd. This is one of these odd spots for Eames. Maybe we go for call just in case we're beat.
No.
Does just jam.
He'll ask
Guards
for the
the
rest.
king, and it's a wrap. Also, an understandable.
No, by the way, it was only 800,000 more, roughly, for Rebay to make the call. The 9 high just must be mucked.
That's what I mean, perhaps. Onwards, unclear. Here we
Now-
are. Button BB here. Dobrich with king deuce suited. Attenborough with 6-5 off. Yes, 3-3-6, 2 clubs. Go on, Ali. There
Well,
you are.
I'm sure this rate's to be riveting.
Meine Reihe hätte ich mir aber.
Needless to say, many of the hotel rooms were booked for this particular weekend, and so I found myself at a Super 8, Nick, and let me tell you, as a bit of a travel snob, that this was the nut low accommodations over the course of my career. Bed bugs.
Oof. Bed bugs got him. You know, Super 8 not that bad, by the way. It's a chain. I mean, they have some standards, you know.
Tell you what.
It's bad when you're at the kind of like, you know, a name you've never heard of in a sort of weird pocket of the, you know, just a one and done, if you will. That can get really crazy. Super 8, kind of solid.
Ooh. Perhaps I spoke too soon when I
Understandable
stated that
procedures
this
here, by the way,
5,
as
6
Ali is talking about the Super 8. We have the sort of dual flush cards working, the 3, 5, 6, and now Attenborough finds himself with the gut shot. 8.15 in the middle. See, Ali? Attenborough, of course, comfortably covered here.
You mess with the Rhino, you may get the horn. Check raise from 500 to 2.7. Of course, with top pair, Dobrich made the call. 8.1 in the middle.
Very understandable procedures from Attenborough here. Strikes me as an idea. And for Dobrich, navigations here are not so simple. Kings and threes, kicker doesn't play. You see 7.3 from Attenborough here. Very awkward for Dobrich, Ali.
Very strict, guys.
Awkward indeed. The hand class that we beat, I presume he would kind of narrow into the random berserk range, but the club draws that have chosen to approach the affair.
Looks like he's undeterred on the strength of his kings and threes. Big river coming here. Note Attenborough not drawing dead. Drawing awfully slim. And it is the club, which is a very kind of clear bluff for Attenborough, if you will. Nothing's easy. A few tables left in the main. 22.75 in the middle.
He's only got 12.2 back, so one would presume that a meaningful sizing may include everything right up to the whole enchilada.
Does go for jam here. Bravo, sir, on the line, and he insta-slides it. Dobrich, that is. Bravo, sir, Attenborough.
Respect. Picking up
Oh, my
Barnes'
goodness.
situation, and my goodness, this is disaster for lefty Nick. Trip queens.
Such a sick hand to get right
Binked
after
on the turn.
Just get a bunch of chips back. That's so nice.
Such a great job of averting. Oh, man, this is cold. I suppose he defended against the Farns Open. We slid out to the outer feature where we had just seen Farns opening. Very icy for lefty here. Comes with 4 million to 11.6.
Diaz flatted from the small pre, by the way. Check called the 2.7 with second pair. Understandably now leads 4 million. And his goose is cooked.
Covered as well to begin.
And in the words of Trinity from the original Matrix, not like this. He's fought so hard. Obviously another queen would change his fate, but we all know how improbable that is. And for Farns, stranglehold, king's full.
Perhaps the only road to an escape for lefty if Farns goes with call here, which would assume most of us expect him to do is something like a 10 or jack of diamonds. $19.6 in the middle. Oh.
Indeed, Farnes does flat. Now the deuce on the river. Not exactly a great card for Diaz in terms of being up against another queen. The ace kicker playing would be valuable, but it is queens full against kings full. Sub 1 SPR. I don't think he goes for the whole thing though, Nick, do you?
Not sure, Ollie.
JJ.
Yeah. Some of the enchilada is held back as more of a taquito is presented.
Čekaj, pivu ću vam nos.
And as you and I both know, Nick, this $7 million is going to be met with a raise, and that raise should include a request for the remaining 11.8. This is all fair play from Farnes, Nick.
It is. It's a bit.
When we lay it on a little bit too thick, however, every now and again.
Not exactly sure what he's going for.
Come on.
I'm an idiot.
Why is that? Let's not be too hard on ourselves.
Yeah, of course, Diaz's line is highly understandable. Played so well over this week, Diaz. Great field, Diaz. Doesn't like it at all.
What do you have? 885. Our blinds going up to 10K.
The very real prospects of King-King and King-Queen may be with acute infrequency deuce-deuce.
I think you're beat here a lot. If you're in Diaz's seat, but it's brutal, Ollie.
85.
Wouldn't just another queen be more inclined to flat the river?
This is a concern.
This 45.4 million out there. If somehow Farnes is bluffing, what a huge pickup. If he isn't, we chop it up. And if we fold, we're left with just 12. This is just liquefying.
10. Four.
Diaz has fought so hard, Nick.
He has, Ali. I would love to see Diaz get away here.
I would too. And you know what? I think he has it in him, and he knows
He
he has it
definitely
in him.
has it in him. But it's hard, man.
11-8.
Note Farnes. Downright catatonic. Ooh.
Same hand.
This is a man making a decision for his life. Oof.
Clock.
Farnes calls for clock.
Does get away, bravo, sir. That's how you live to fight another day there, Ali.
Show respect to Lefty Diaz.
Or not given, baby. Good fold there, Lefty.
Sorry.